Okay, let's see what we have implemented so far. We're printing the list default format, and let's write our logic. Depending on the format which has been passed, we are going to print the to do. So in my case, if format equals to default, or instead of let's put it like this. If it is a short, we are going to implement, else we do in a normal fashion. So first let's implement in a normal fashion. So here how we are going to print it. We are going to print each and every detail over here. So let's say, so we are going to do dot get ID, first ID, and then next to do dot get message, and we are going to show status. So what is the current status? And we are going to do when it is been created. These are the four values that we are going to capture it here. Let's say here ID, message, this is status, and created. This is the detailed one which I was talking about. So let's show it a very nice format. So like this. Let's use string.format. It's out here. So I'm going to use string.format, and here I would like to pass percentage s d for the ID, and I'm going to give the space and the for the status. For the status, I'm going to show as a string the space, and after that I would like to show created on, which is a date. And after that I would like to show the entire message. So let's pass on. This first one is ID, get ID. First one is ID, and the next one is whether it's been completed or not. So let's write it to a new line, and here whether completed or not. For that one, I'm going to get the status. As part of it, here we are going to show only either completed or not completed for now. So we are going to check to do dot get status compared to completed. If it is been completed, I would like to show as completed in a square brackets, otherwise empty square brackets. Instead of the compared to, let's use double equals to. That way it is easier for us. Okay. Now the third one is a date format. So for the date format, let's use a simple date, and where we are going to use standard format. So let me create it over here. The simple date format, let's say date format, new simple date format, and this way that user has passed. So y hyphen mm hyphen dd, and the date format, this dot date format dot format, and here I'm going to use to do get created, not the modified on for auditing purposes. And the last one is message itself. So to do dot get message. So let's see how this is going to work out. So come to our to do, and the first I'm going to show as a default one. So here nothing will be printed. So the next one, which I would like to show as a short format. So hyphen format is equal to short. Let's run the application and see. Okay, the first one is created as a detailed format where we are getting each and everything, including the create date also. So whether it's created or not, what is its ID, all the information has been printed. And where it has in progress, completed each and everything. And by default, this is order by created date in a descending order. That's the reason. Okay, let's see the short format. In the short format, we are getting wherever it has been completed, I'm getting X, and if it is not completed, I'm getting different one. So here the number format is causing the disturbance in the columns. So let's fix that one. And along with that, we are going to change the message for the in progress. We need to show which are in progress as well. Let's refactor the code. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract the get status as a new method, extract to a method. So I will say get status. So in the get status, what I'm going to do is if to do dot get status equals to completed, then I'm going to return as X. This we already discussed. So let's remove this line. Copy this. If in case of the in progress, I'm going to show as a slash. In all other cases, I'm going to return empty. So in all the cases, it is having 3 characters, square brackets and middle character, which shows the status. So the ID, let's give 4 characters there. Always let's take 4 characters, so the space will be occupied. And for this one, 3 characters. And for the date format, we have already, it is coming in a proper format. Let's change it. So the 4 for the year, and month is 2 and date is 2. So total 8 and separator is 10. So let's say 10. And this time I'm not running in a normal format. Let me run it in short format itself so we can see how it is listing out. If you observe now, the list format looks very good here. Thumbs in a proper way, all aligned, and it is showing for the in progress also in with slash and completed with X. We're passing all in a capital characters because the enum we created with capital letters. So if user passes the smaller one, small cases, generally all will be in a smaller case. How can we do it? One, modify the enum, or we can set another parameter on the command line. Remember this, on command line, set case insensitive to true, and that is for the enum value. So it automatically converts it in whatever the case that you pass, capital, smalls, it considers in the same format. So let's say in a small characters, let's write a format in lowercase and run the command. We are expecting here to print exactly the same as capital letters. Do we need to pass always like this? In several commands, we will be having hyphen short or the hyphen compact. In most of the commands, they provide like this. So instead of giving a very big format, they will give very short format. So how we are going to capture it here? For that one, we need a Boolean value. And the Boolean value here we say, okay, let's say compact. So let's create an option. Names. Here we are going to either hyphen short or hyphen compact. So the description which we are going to lists to do short format. It is not required to be passed all the time. So I'm leaving it as it is. Now hyphen short parameter is ready. So how it is going to be interpreted? If hyphen short or hyphen compact is being provided, it considers, Picocli considers that it is been passed and it's been set to true. Otherwise, it will be set to false. Here, it's a simple Boolean value. If it is provided, it takes it as consider. It's the same as help command, -help or -version. Let's implement the compact functionality. If the compact is being provided, we are going to ignore the format tag. So if compact is being set, then we are going to reset format as short all the time. So let's check it. So instead of the format short, we can write format has been passed as default, but still I'm passing -hyphen short. As per our logic, even though format has been passed, we are going to ignore if the short has been passed or compact. Let's run the command. It has been printed in the short, even though if it's been set to the default will provide in a detailed fashion, but because of the short parameter, we've overridden the format. Let's see how help is going to print it here. And let's check the help command for the list. Here, -hyphen short and the compact has been provided, and we have not provided the default value. We can say the default value as if it is required. So in our case, it will be always false.